Welcome back. Now we're looking at Jan's Lead Camp 2019. Leadership, Empowerment, Achievement, and Development. That is what LEAD stands for. And it's a camp for girls. And it's a junior achievement program for 50 outstanding senior secondary school girls across Nigeria. The mission of LEAD Camp is to inspire and empower young girls to become high-achieving women leaders. Hear, hear. In order to achieve this mission, the participants are taken through a series of activities, which include leadership workshops, panel sessions, media projects administered by HOD Consulting, a global leadership development company that serves Fortune 500 companies in the United States and Nigeria. Those are part of the things that these girls have to go through. Now, to tell us more about this, we have the head, Citizenship and Sustainability Union Bank Nigeria, Lolade Awobade. Good morning.
Good morning.
We also have the Executive Director, Junior Achievement Nigeria, Simi Mwagugu.
Good morning.
And we have two young ladies here, and I assume that they are leaders to be.
Yes.
Okay. Doinsola Ognishola is a student at Vivian Fowler Memorial College for Girls in Ikeja. And Yusra Aminu Ibrahim, she's of Heritage Global Academy, Ikorodu, Lagos.
Yes.
Thank you for coming, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Let me begin with you. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you are lead. You are Jan. Yes. So, you go through this every year.
Yeah.
Let me take you back to last year.
Okay.
You were here last year.
Yeah.
Good. What has happened to those girls who took part in this program last year?
Oh, a lot of wonderful things have happened to them. 3 of them actually participated in a competition that we had for our company program students. These are students who have set up businesses, and then at the end of the school year, they compete to see which businesses win the competition. So these girls and 1 boy, there's three girls and a boy on the team. They won the Lagos competition. They went on to win the Nigeria competition, and then they went on to win the Africa competition. Wow. So they are currently the Junior Achievement Africa champions.
Smile is from ear to ear. They won the Africa competition.
They won the Africa competition, yes. Some of them have won scholarships to ALA, Africa Leadership Academy. We've had some very fantastic stories come out of Lead Camp every year.
Fantastic. So tell us more about the program this year.
Okay. So
how many students have you got? How are they doing?
Okay. So Junior Achievement operates programs in schools, in secondary schools across the country. And our flagship program is the company program that I just spoke about, where they develop and run a business for about 6 to 8 months of the year. So we noticed that at the beginning of the program, a lot of the boys come and say, you know, it's money, we're going to make money, and they're very aggressive about setting up the business. But by the end of the day, the girls are running the show. Sorry.
No worries.
You know, they are the ones who follow the rules, who ensure that the financials are done properly.
Please tell them.
And, you know, so we noticed that these girls need a bit more push so that from the beginning they step out next time. And so we select 50 outstanding girls from all the company programs across the country and bring them all to Lagos for a 1-week residential camp where they meet different women leaders in different industries, entrepreneurs, women in finance, women in entertainment, women in Union Bank who sponsors this program. And they go through different workshops as well, so that by the time they come out of it, they are women. They are not girls anymore.
Lolade, this is where you come in. So what is Union Bank's involvement in all of this?
So we're the lead sponsors for Lead Camp, and we have been for 4 years. But apart from being sponsors, we also take part through the week in different activities. So whether it's inviting the girls in to have a day at the bank, which we do, it's our Union Bank Thursday, or whether it's our women going and taking part in like vision boarding sessions with the girls. And this year we moderated the Women in Finance panel. So it's a group of women who work in the finance industry just coming and talking to the girls about the opportunities that exist for women and, you know, and how they can get there, essentially. Yeah, so.
How attentive have you found these girls to be?
Oh, they're brilliant. They are brilliant young women. Every year, we say this, every year we're blown away by the intellect that we come across with these young ladies. I mean, I'm sure by the time we start talking to them here today, you will see exactly what we're saying. There are women, yes, young women who have shown that they have promise, and you see this through your conversations, the interaction. These girls already know what they're trying to do, and so we also see a very high level of maturity. And then post-camp, we have our women in Union Bank act as mentors to these girls every year, and we have seen and heard stories, amazing stories about what these young girls have gone on to do post-camp. So.
Okay, so Yusra, let me start with you. How's it been for you?
Well, firstly,
Can you wow us a
firstly, I would like to thank Junior Achievement Nigeria and Union Bank for sponsoring them for this lead camp. Because the camp was very impactful, it was interesting, it was wonderful, it was every good adjective you can use to describe it. Everything was so important that I could not choose a favorite. It has made me realize that I have a lot of potentials in future, that I should not limit myself in one thing. I could be anything I want to be.
You could be the president of Nigeria.
Yes, I could be the president of Nigeria. I could be anything I want to be and I would not let anybody drag me down.
Inshallah.
The entire camp was just an eye-opener for me. I thought I was open-minded, but when I came to lead camp, I don't know, my mind just got a whole lot more opener, yeah. With seeing so many powerful women in industries of various sectors was just enlightening and inspiring. Even though they were my role models before, of course, I'm not going to forget their names. I'm going to aspire to be like them. Each of them telling us the values that we
Aspire
need.
to be like them or be better than them?
Better than them. Aspiring to be better than them. Definitely. Each of them taught us the values that we need, how we can, you know, overcome things like discrimination that happens a lot against our gender, and just how we can be amazing women.
Simi,
Amazing women.
you've been doing this lead camp how many years now?
So the first one was in 2001.
Okay, so that's about 18 years.
18 years.
Tell us, what are the testimonies you're getting from those who were part of the first lead camp, for instance?
So I think throughout the week, and they can even share with
We'll
you.
come back here.
Yeah.
It's for them to share
Throughout
that,
the
but
week, they had panelists who were lead campers and who came back to share their story with them, and that was very inspiring for them. Just this morning, when I posted on Instagram about the experience in lead camp, one of our alums, Nkechi Eze, who runs the Ashrebi Bella, who was outstanding participant in her year, I think in 2005, she said it brought back memories for her. She went back and she dug up her essay for college application that she wrote based on her experience at lead camp that got her into several universities in the U.S. And so she's like, that just brought up a lot of memories for her, and she shares that with us all the time. There are many others. So some of the participants they had are women in banking who came and spoke to them in Gove. Some of them are women who are running, most of them are women who are running their own businesses, who saw things, you know, one of the things Ink said was she didn't even realize there was such a thing as digital business or interior decoration. It was at lead camp that she started to think about going away from the traditional doctor, lawyer, and now she runs.
okay, just hold your
website.
thoughts a moment. We'll go on a quick break. We'll come back and then take the example. Please join us again. Welcome back. We're still talking the Jan Lead Camp, and we have some amazing ladies here. You told us how the testimonials from those who were lead campers before now. But let's come back to these new lead campers here. So, Yusra, talk to us about one of those ladies and an alumni that wowed you and what that inspired in you.
Well, the person that inspired me, that was an alumni, she was the moderator of the Women in Entertainment. She was like, before, she works with celebrities, like she ensures their comfort and everything. But before, she used to chase after them, that come, let me do this for you and everything. But she wanted to host the African Magic Awards But she went to the people that normally do it. So she wanted to intern with them, but they said that she cannot because she's not in the standards. But the next year, the people that hosted the African Magic Awards, they called for her services. That means that between that year, she improved on herself and she made herself at the top. She made herself there. So what that inspired me to be is that I can be anything I want to. That even if people are saying that you cannot do this, I should not let them determine what I can do and what I cannot do. Like if somebody comes and says that you are a girl, you can't be the president of Nigeria, I'll tell them that don't worry, the next year you see me there, I'll be the president of Nigeria, that I can do anything I want to do.
But you set your mind to.
Yes.
Okay, that's all.
Wow.
Our first development session, which was on Monday after the empowerment session, the moderator was also a JAN alumni. And when she was speaking, you could just hear the confidence in her voice, even though she was not necessarily the most active in the conversation because she was the moderator. It didn't really matter. It showed that she was confident, that she was extremely eloquent. In terms of her composure, it was admirable, really. And then when she mentioned that she had children, it was unbelievable because she looked so young and she seemed so accomplished. And I was in awe, honestly.
What did you think about Simi when you saw her and the heard that she had children and probably found out how old she is?
When she came in on the first day, of course, the way she dressed was up to standard, definitely.
Was it what you all call power dressing?
Yes, yes. It was power
There
dressing.
you go.
She also had the power walk and everything.
You've got to teach us that one.
And she taught us emotional intelligence, something that I was not familiar with before I came to lead camp. And the way she taught it was extremely inspiring. She told us why we need it, how it is applicable, real life situations. And I knew that Miss Simi was a real woman, a really wonderful, powerful woman, ambitious. Everything that I want to be, I saw it in Miss Simi on that first day.
Okay,
so here's your role model, right?
Yes, new role model.
Not only you're the money bag.
Union Bankers.
Okay, Union Bankers, but you represent Union Bankers. But when you see these women and all that, listening to them now, are you calculating how much is dropping into the bank or no?
No, we know it's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. We know that they will bank with us. We do, yes.
Have all the alumni banked with you guys?
Some of them have. Some of them have.
But you don't put any pressure on them, do you?
No. That's not the way we do banking at Union Bank.
Yeah. But if even if you say so yourself. But tell us, why have you stayed on with this? I mean, year in, year out, you stayed on, no turning back. Why?
So, Union Bank believes in serving its communities, and we have for many, many, many years now. But, we also believe in enabling success for our communities. Lead Camp has actually become a flagship program for us at the bank. It's something that, right from the very top, we look forward to every year. And there really isn't a question about, are we going to do it this year or not? Which is why for the 4th year, we have done it, and hopefully we will continue to support in this capacity moving forward. We see the value. We see the value being created. When we talk about women's empowerment, usually people look at it from the adult stages. But the truth is, as a bank, we've recognized that certain values need to be instilled right from from school, in secondary school, because you're forming characters. And so we're very proud that as a corporate entity and as a bank, we can directly touch lives and influence futures and try and make Nigeria a better place in our own little way. So really it's about enabling.
Enabling. The question now someone will ask is, what about the boys?
Yes.
This is for the girls.
Yes.
So what about the boys? Is there a lead camp for boys?
So we get that all the time. And so we always say first of all, this junior achievement programs are for boys and girls. This particular one is for girls. But the Lead Camp, every time we host Lead Camp, we get this question in droves. And so this time we've decided we're going to have a camp next week. It's for boys and girls, not just boys, but boys are allowed. It's next week. It's going to be just as inspiring as this. And this time it's open. Because another question we get is, what about students who are not JAN students? So we get, what about the boys, and what about students who are not JAN students? And so if you're interested, you're listening, and you want your son or daughter who's not a JAN student to apply, go to our website, ja-nigeria.org/summer-camp, and register. We're only taking 25 students because we're exhausted after the lead camp. But these 25 students will have a taste of our entrepreneurship program, but this one will be with a digital focus. So one of the things you were speaking about earlier was a population problem. We were watching that. And we believe at Junior Achievement that the solution to our population problem is to instill our young people with digital skills, because there are not enough jobs in Nigeria for the growing population. So what we want to do is instill digital entrepreneurship skills in them such that they can compete anywhere in the world from their living room. They can build apps, they can build websites, they can do work for people all across the world. And we don't have to wait for government to provide jobs. A lot of stuff is dependent on government in this country. And to be frank, our government doesn't have the competence or the capacity to deal with the population growth. So it's really on us to develop the young people who will have these skills. So next week is our first camp on digital entrepreneurship for young people.
Okay. And it's only for 25 students.
Yes, but we're going to do several. This is the first one. We're going to do several iterations
so
of that.
Of the 25, how do you split it? How many girls, how many boys?
First 25 to apply. Ages 12 to 16.
If it's all girls, so be it.
We'll take it, yes. But we've had boys. We've had some boys who've
And if it's
applied.
all boys,
We'll take it.
Okay.
Yes.
Have they already started applying?
They've started applying. Because it starts on Monday.
Okay. Okay,
yeah.
so Olayinka Jimoh, you might have to go back to that website again. Olayinka Jimoh is asking, is there any site we can visit to get more information on JAN, on Junior Achievers? We can get our kids enrolled for the LEAD program. And at
Yes.
what age? So just go back
So
again.
www.JA, which stands for Junior Achievement, Nigeria, Nigeria.org/summer, SUMMER, hyphen camp.
Summer. Oh my God.
Summer camp.
Summer
Camp.
camp.
Yes, summer-camp. That is for the summer camp. But for Junior Achievement programs, we go into any school that will have us, and we are free to schools because of companies like Union Bank and our board members who sponsor all our programs. We're very grateful to them. Dangote Foundation, First Bank, Veraki, all Stanbic IBTC. These are all the companies that enable us to go into schools free of charge. Citibank. We're completely free. If your school wants us to bring us in, go to ja-nigeria.org, invite us, we'll come.
So both private and public schools?
Private and public.
Okay. Have you ever had a situation where maybe some of your wards disappointed you, they did not do very well, and how did you handle that?
I'm trying to think. So we've had situations where they came in. I think one of the stories that the lead camp...
Okay, sorry. Sorry, we'll go back to that question, but I see a fee attached there. This summer camp is not free?
Yes, the summer camp is not free, the digital entrepreneurship summer camp, because it involves a lot of stuff that there's no sponsor. Yeah, there's no sponsor for it. So it's a 40,000 naira fee, and it's Facebook is doing some things for them. We're going to Andela, so it's a lot of
residential as well.
It's not residential. It's a day camp, but it will be worth it.
How long will it run for?
It's a week.
A week. Okay.
It's a week.
Okay.
Yes.
So what time do they get there in the morning?
9 a.m. and they leave by 3 p.m.
Okay.
So we're having different guests also speak to them throughout the week, and they will learn design thinking and things like that.
Okay. The website again, www.ja-nigeria.org/summer/camp.
No, summer-camp.
Summer-camp. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There you
So
go.
back to the question of, have you been disappointed sometimes?
Oh, yes. So one of the stories they heard from their lead camp moderator who spoke to them, she actually came into lead camp and she was suspended came into company program in her school, and she was suspended from the program because she was misbehaving in school. And she told them, or she told us, at the time, she was a troubled teenager because her parents were having issues at home. I think there was some issue with their marriage, and so she was exhibiting that in school. And so, and they banned her from doing extracurricular activities, including junior achievement. And so she was very disappointed because she really wanted to be part of it. But then she went to the volunteer, all our programs are taught in schools by volunteers, who said, okay, you know what, keep coming and we'll work with you. And she turned out to be so outstanding that the volunteer kept her in the program, recommended her to us for Lead Camp, and she ended up winning most outstanding students at Lead Camp that year. And she's now running her own business and also her doing some digital literacy programs for young women like herself, because she realized that if she hadn't had junior achievement and Lead Camp during that intervention,
critical time,
that her story would probably be very different today.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, so what do you think is the way forward as we wind down?
The way forward for the girls, for Lead Camp, which one? Well, I think the future is bright. Hopefully, junior achievement continues to have sponsors, corporate entities like Union Bank, who will support their programs. I know that they don't have enough support yet.
Yes.
And, even for a program like the summer camp, if they could get a sponsor, it then essentially makes a program like that free.
Yeah.
So get more support, I suppose, is the way forward for junior achievement. They're doing a wonderful job in Nigeria, and they have for many years.
You'll think about it.
Yes, to be thought about. And for the girls, I mean, the future is awesome. I know that they're going to go really far. I cannot wait to see the stories that come out of this set. We always have wonderful stories every year, and it's stuff that we boast about as a bank. So
before you say that, let's hear them tell us what's the future, what's the plan?
Well, my future, I want to study criminology and criminal law, so I'll probably work with the SSS. I'll become a security agent. But since in Nigeria, there's a lot of cases that about kidnapping, murder, and everything that they go unsolved, I want to establish my own security agency in Nigeria so that we'll be able to curb all those cases, all those homicide, genocide, and everything that are not solved.
Okay.
Hope you'll have your own forensic lab.
I would like to study medicine and eventually specialize in neurosurgery. The reason is because there are very few practicing neurosurgeons in Nigeria, and there's actually no cancer research center in Nigeria either. So I would like to set up my own brain cancer research center as well as a neurosurgery hospital when I'm older. I'm also into public speaking, so I'll be doing that on the side, expressing my passion, trying to change lives through the power of words.
Really wowed.
Can't you see it on our faces? Wow.
Yes.
Okay, then all we can do is wish you all the best. And if you can, keep us abreast what you're doing. Okay? Good luck, both of you.
Thank you.
And well done on this side. Well done. Keep at it. I'm sure these girls will think about you for the rest of their lives, how you have impacted on them.
Thank you very much.
So congratulations again, Lalade Awobade is Head Citizenship and Sustainability Union Bank. Simeon Ogugu is Executive Director, Junior Achievement Nigeria. And then the girls who came and actually wowed us, Doinsola Agunshola is a student at Vivian Fowler Memorial College, and Yusra Aminu Ibrahim, student of Heritage Global Academy. Thank you all very much for coming to share this time with us this morning. Sunrise will return in just a moment with another interesting conversation. Please stay with us.